my
All
defense.
right. Okay. It's been like a month, or I think we played June 7th. So like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 3 weeks ago. Okay. Previously in the God-breaking, you guys went and having defeated Auril, the goddess of winter, solidified your side's initiative, your side's advantage in this massive battle that was going on in Shehakim. The angels, um, Magali and Sistia, having reclaimed their ancient lineage, and have begun to reform and transform, basically like terraforming all of Shehakim back into the realm of what is, the place that it used to be many eons ago. I mean, we're talking multiple pantheons ago, of multiple cycles of gods of order and chaos ago, before it was split into winter and knowledge. They have reclaimed that lineage, and they have begun to transform all of Shehakim back into the realm of what is. You guys, having solidified your victory, realize that the only remaining obstacle to your finishing your work on this plane was still in action. So you went and you brought the fight to Malavelm, who is consuming souls en masse, from the many thousands and thousands of deaths that had gone on during your the angel and demon war that you guys were fighting. Was funneling all these hundreds of thousands of souls into conquest and glory. Deimos, you went awakened mode, Super Saiyan Blue, and you stopped Malavelm. You basically just pulverized him. And in that moment, awakened conquest and glory. So we spent the latter half of last session, with you guys talking to Magali and Sistia, trying to figure out what to do. They said that the only thing that could possibly stop conquest and glory was to transfer the realm of what is over to a new deity. So you were going back and forth on who to choose to be the deity of the realm of what is, and you had some candidates. Deimos, you went on a bit of a tangent and started talking to Cornelius, trying to get some help from him. He gave you a bit of power boost. He gave you basically top tier essence from Bane, and you, through much negotiation, pulled into your realm the gravely wounded minor god of the goblins named Maglubiet. Okay, who is injured in the war up there and doesn't really have much longer left to live. He's got an arrow sticking out of his heart, and because of your conversation with him, you see he has another arrow in his hand, and he tells you that he swears he's going to finish the job, um, by stabbing himself with it. And he arrives on this plane, and he gets one look. You lured him here with promises of being able to work with Mistra, um, promises that were not backed up or validated on your end.
Okay, in my defense, I was super drunk.
You don't remember any of this?
I vaguely remember things.
Okay, Gail, you remember this, right? You were sober.
I was sober.
And
I don't
so
remember.
Maglubiet is here. Maglubiet is here. Conquest and Glory are looming over you. They're about to come in and like kill you guys. Okay, so you need to turn over this realm to a deity, um, stat. Okay, so that's where we're leaving it off right now.
Dude, Conquest and
Okay,
Glory sounds like a badass rock band name.
It is. Can we make Conquest and Glory? Can we pass it over to Conquest and Glory?
I mean, you could try to do that. So the shadow of conquest and glory towers over you. Again, these things used a mountain range as a bed. They tower over you. They're soaring into the sky, looking down on you, power bristling through them, um, basically containing the energy of millions of souls, and just newly boosted because of the great war that was going on. Um, and actually charged up probably. Let me think. Yeah, would have been charged up with the death of Oral on this plane. Although they don't consume the god soul completely. Gods are a bit much, but still got a piece of it. So they're bristling with power, looming over you. Okay.
Cool.
What do you guys want to do?
Out of curiosity, out from the distance in the mountain behind where the horse rose up from, is
Mm-hmm.
is there like a mountain that's protruding like straight up, roughly where his ass would have been? Just out of curiosity.
The horse?
Yeah.
Oh no. The horse is all business. Horses all conquest and glory are all business.
And just because they're all businesses doesn't mean they don't have kinks.
No, I mean you look over there and you do see a massive deep canyon like um like a sinkhole in the ground where a mountain used to be. Because Glory is the name of the
To the
steed.
left.
Slightly. Glory's a stud. He doesn't take it. He gives it.
Is it swaying back and forth the size of a mountain, wrecking the environment as they make their way over?
Oh yeah. It was like leveling like huge trees and forests and that kind of stuff.
Well, Adis is looking at the thing's junk. Have we gotten Mister here yet to take
Yeah,
over?
I clicked my. Okay, so drunk.
What are you doing?
Demos
What are you
was
doing?
not Mister here.
Okay, so
You said you didn't have the spell slot for it.
For what? Deimos.
Castigate?
no so Deimos, you burned all your shit to get Maglubiate here. You
Yeah.
sacrificed a ton of spells. You
Yeah.
sacrificed all the collections of things of items. Even
You
we
are
deleted
broke,
like
and all you're in is underwear. I think. Yeah.
No, yes.
we deleted like 30 items from your inventory last
all
week.
the super cool
leave that
trophies, I
to you,
guess.
and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I got rid
And
of.
and
all
your
my
plus 10
super cool
chimichanga.
shit. Yeah.
Your plus 10 chimichanga's gone.
That was bullshit,
What?
honestly. Yeah,
Yeah, you were like the chimichanga too.
yeah, they were dicks about the chimichanga. I should have been able to keep the chunk.
What happens when you say I sacrifice everything?
Yes.
Famous last words.
Fair enough.
I was like the underwear too, but Midas is nice. He was like, no, you keep the underwear.
Yeah,
The tidy
little
whities.
tidy whities.
Teddy White's
They're
pointless.
plus 1 tidy whities. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name who we gave that lore to?
What?
Eh?
The moon? Akelia?
No, yeah.
No, I'm not. Euphemia. Euphemia is the goddess of the moon.
Kelly is who I was going for. I will use
How
send
dare you,
send
Midas.
a message to Akelia and say portal incoming, and then I will castigate.
Okay.
Well,
So you want Akelia to come here?
No, I'm sending her a message so she knows I'm the one doing it, so she doesn't stop.
All right. Okay. Okay. So you're opening a portal. Maglubia is there. He's kind of like fingering the arrow. He's just kind of like tweaking the end of it, just fiddling it, just absent-mindedly.
Since I'm so intelligent in the middle of my casting, I'll look down at him and say, "Yeah, go ahead and finish it."
No, wait, because then he'll just give more power to the stupid horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He goes, "Hey guys. I know that this thing is sticking in my heart, but like, if I take the end of it and I flick it, kind of flick it like this lightly, it kind of tingles. It feels good."
Why does he
Then
talk
throw
like?
him through the portal.
I'm getting
Like,
shivers up my
anyways.
willy when I flick this arrow.
Well, that's something we'll have to talk to your psychologist about after this. Because, it's definitely not normal.
You think? Oh. Well, I think if it works for me, I'm just gonna keep doing it. You mind your business. I'm gonna keep flicking this arrow here. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. You do that. If you like it, and it's not hurting anybody, you do you, buddy.
No, it's not really his arrow. Or it's not really an arrow. He's just in shock and doesn't realize what it really is.
The arrow's stuck in his heart, but he's flicking the end of it, and he's having a fun time. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, which god are we bringing? I mean, which demigod thing are we bringing over here?
Straw.
Well, Mister's the only one we have open right now.
Mistra.
So I'll
I
bring
click my
Mister-
heels together.
I'll bring
So-
Mister
so
and
you guys-
the goblin the other way.
Okay, so I mean, deities are individuals that have been identified and appointed divine that you guys know. Mistra. Again, that's the young Mistra. This is not Akelia. Kildrak. Tempest. And that's it.
Bildrak's on the forward.
Yeah,
Some
who would
candies.
like to be on a plane that is rainbow colored and has a lot of angels? So I feel like Mista would be quite happy here, and she would not go insane.
Mister's literally the only one we have.
Like, Kildrak might go insane.
Yeah, but Kildrak's
Okay.
already doing something for us. He's working the forge.
Gildrak was banging Euphemia, so he's already insane.
I tried to pick that up. I have selective memory there, people.
When Elwin said that, did we feel a ripple in existence that might intuit that a moon just cracked a little?
There's
Yeah, you guys
fucking
feel
moon and
a
it's
sl-
throwing you the finger.
You guys feel as Elwin says that, you guys pause a little bit and just all of you reflecting silently on the horror, and you swear you feel the ground kind of, and you hear a rustle in the trees, and then you look around trying to figure out what it is, and then you just realize that it's Maglubiot. He's going, oh yes, and he's flicking the end of the arrow.
Oh my god.
Alright, so we're doing this.
Mhm.
Deimos, you're throwing him through so he doesn't die if something goes wrong.
Okay.
So we're gonna gate her here and toss the goblin through back.
All right, so you open the portal to Elysium. Akelia allows its opening, and what do you guys do?
Fire in the hole! I toss
What?
Maglubiot through?
All right, you
What?
grab.
Are we keeping him?
I would not
Yeah.
want him stuck on this plane.
Yeah, we're sending him for treatment. I'll impart what's going on in the message I sent to Akel.
Okay, all right.
I don't
So you-
trust Mistra with
So you
with
send-
presents.
So you send Maglubiot down to Elysium, where Akelia and Satellizor are, and where all the rest of the people, basically the refugees from the planes that you've been sending down there, are on.
Satellizor's gonna have fun with him.
She's gonna make him.
Wait, hold on. Who's the goblin or who's the angel that the dragonborn's with?
Satellizor.
Satellizor.
No, you took- Before this realm, you took Vork away from Satellizor and you left him with Bahamut.
But okay, Satellizor's the dominatrix one. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Akelia to put the goblin in Satellizor's care, and then for Mister to come up here.
Okay, so the portal opens.
Explain what's going on.
So Renly, you're gonna take Maglubiot and push him through the portal.
Indeed.
Okay, so you go over. Are you in your gnome form, or are you in a different form?
Double check. I am in a different form, and I do not know which one that is at the moment. I think maybe Moonstrike. But I'm not sure.
All right, Deimos is just gonna pick him up and put him in the hole.
Like,
All right.
alright, it's gonna be way more fun. They'll fix you up, and they'll get you. We know someone down there who'll do the fun stuff that you seem to like.
All right, you pick him up and he goes, "Oh, wait a second. He says, "Give me 1 second here. I left my uncle's skull on the floor. Can I pick him up, please?"
Of course.
He says, "You have very firm hands. Have you
Yes.
done a lot of working out in your days?"
No.
Since,
Deimos
since,
has never worked out
since Deimos' hands are full,
because
I'm gonna
it's
grab
not
the
work
pamphlet and
if you
put it in his
enjoy
hand.
it.
It's not working if you enjoy it.
Here's a pamphlet.
Oh, thank you. This is reading for the road. I will enjoy
Read
this.
it when you're with Satellite.
Okay. So he takes it, and as you're picking him up, Deimos, you see him just kind of flipping pages in the pamphlet. He goes, "Oh my!" He looks up at you. "You was into some fucked up shit."
Wait, hey, hey, what the chest flies are pretty normal, like.
And I'm looking at this pamphlet, and it looks like pristine workout regimens.
And then when I say fucked up shit, I mean fucked up your shit. Okay. And at that you toss him into the portal. All right. So off goes Maglubiet. And a moment passes, and what happens actually is that the portal kind of shifts, because Elysium is a fairly big realm, but Akelia is redirecting it. Mistra was in a different place of where from where Satellizer was. So a second goes by, and the portal shimmers a bit. It's open to a new place, and you see all of you experience a brief vision. She looks at you all, and especially at you, Deimos. She goes, "Hello, Uncle."
Good job.
He says, "I received a message from you all that you're requesting Mistra join you. I assume that you're releasing her to take her own realm?
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Also,
tell you."
yes.
Oh, go on, yes.
We might also need your help. We got a rider here.
We point behind us at the giant steed coming up behind us.
It's towering over you now. It's like it's like the ground is shaking, it's crackling, like it's like the world is ending all around you. And you see Akelia cover her mouth for a second. Her eyes go wide as she sees the thing just rampaging and surging over you. She says, "Are you wanting Mistra to deal with that?"
We were hoping that you could get all the gods that you know to come and help us as we kind of get her to take this place over, and then we can all kind of work as a team. Because no offense, Deimos drank a little bit too much last time, and I pulled a goblin out of somewhere.
Yes, that creature was. I felt a new divinity arrive on this plane. He seems quite filthy and wounded. He's bleeding all over my realm. I'm going to have to deal with him. But anyway, she looks up. She says, "Oh dear." She pauses for a second, and she says, "Let me buy us." And because you can see, Glory Conquest now has this massive curved blade reared up over you guys, and he's begun to swing it down towards you. You can feel it's like the hurricane force winds are roaring around you. It's getting hard to hear because of the incoming blade. Right? Akelia focuses for a second, and you can feel the portal shimmer. And she says, "Let me buy us a moment of time." And the world around you slows. She says, "I have to tell you." She says, "I cannot keep this up forever. But I've bought us a moment. Mistra has been through quite an ordeal since you've been gone. Um,
Is she
she
pregnant?
she she steps. Achilles kind of steps sideways, and you see Mistra kind of peek out from behind her, and she says, "No, she's not pregnant, but she has
Okay.
had her heart broken. That character Max was here, and he had his. It was not the most reputable sort. I intervened just in the nick of time, didn't I?" And you see Mistra just kind of like roll her eyes a little bit and just she's a bit peeved.
Max Dastardly? What?
Sounds like an awful dastardly thing to do.
So Mistra and I have had a had a good talk about men and about what respectable young ladies do and how they behave themselves. Isn't that right, Mistra? All right, and so Mistra is just giving off all kinds of vibes of attitude, and like teenage just spunk. She goes, anyway.
Long as she didn't get Max Dastardly Spunk.
She says,
We'll explain to Achilles. Oh, good.
go on. No. She says, no. That's something that she will not tell me about. She's been quite tight-lipped about the whole ordeal. But what I do know is that Max and his entourage, those creatures, including that foul-smelling one, they've all left. They've all left, buggered off, and I don't know where to, and quite frankly, I don't miss them.
That's so awesome.
Surprised you didn't throw him into hell.
She says, anyway. She turns to Mistra. She says, now, dear, let's put our differences aside. This is serious business. Do you think you're ready? Mistra, you see her kind of stand straight a little bit, and off, just shaking off, and you can see the teenage emotions just kind of like fade away. And she looks at you guys, each one of you. She makes eye contact with all of you, and she looks at what's behind you, and she pauses to consider. And she says, I don't think I can deal with him. Ikelia says, no, I don't think you can either. She turns over to you. She says, Elwin, can I borrow your aid for a moment?
Of course, anything you need.
Can you
Let's
cast
just look at Ellen.
Can you cast teleport, please?
Not in a sexual way.
Teleport?
Teleport,
Done.
yes.
I can cast it a lot of times.
All right. You cast it, and just like you and she have worked together before, if you remember, in times past, as you start casting the spell, you're reminded of her complete mastery over the arcane. Still to this day, and you guys have been traveling. You've traveled through hell. You've gone through half of Mount Celestia itself, and you still are astounded at her complete mastery over the genius that she brings to magic. As you begin to weave the teleport spell, she's right there in lockstep with you. You can feel her own her own intuitions, her own manifestations of magic, and moving through the weave, corresponding with yours, creating a harmony with yours, amplifying it, changing your spell, boosting it in 100 nuanced little ways. You've done this with her before. You cast Wish alongside with her years ago. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
To save the dwarven people. You've worked with her before, and she never ceases to amaze you. And in that moment, your teleport spell greatly amplifies in power and opens up in triplicate. there are now 3 portals open in front of you, right? And including the one, it's including the one to Mistra, right? And you hear her speak. She says, "My fellow deities, I, Ekelia, goddess of magic, do beseech you to lend us your aid." You guys look around and you can see that in your world, probably a half second has passed. The sword, whereas before it was, a mile up in the sky, is now, 3/4 of a mile away from you. Okay, it is moving closer. And you can feel the ripples and the low thrum of power just kind of like shaking this realm still, even though time is slowed where you are. So as Akelia beckons or sends out that call, you hear echoes of response. Let me see here. Where's my first one to respond? Fire and strength and power emanate from one portal, right? And you can hear Bahamut's voice just surge through, right? And he as he reverberates through there, he says, "I will lend my strength." Okay.
You have my axe.
No, it's more like it's like 1,000 feet above us, Demus.
What?
Oh, were you talking about the sword in chat?
Yeah. He said it's 3/4 of a mile, so like we're talking like 17,952 feet away.
Like, isn't a mile like
5,000 miles.
5,000
5,280
Oh,
feet
it's
is a
five.
mile.
Can I
Oh,
get that
so
in
it's about
kilometers?
3,800.
Oh.
Just about
For
3/4
Gale?
of a kilometer. It's about
I was
3/4 of a
hoping
kilometer.
he was going to say yes, because then it would be 3.4 miles. I was trying to give us some extra leeway room, because I'm sneaky like that.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You know what the funny thing is as big as this guy is and as big as his sword is, the sword we would actually die before the sword ever came in contact with any of us.
No, we wouldn't.
You know what the funny thing is? Cover your ears, Deimos.
Yeah.
I am single and Akelia is hot.
You see
I don't know
Deimos
why
with
you're
his
not.
hands
I
up
don't
for
know
his
why
ears.
you're not. I don't know why you haven't hooked up with that. Just
Out of respect for Deimos.
All right.
Wait.
Well, you also knew her.
Being a part of the family.
Elwin, I guess you knew her when she was a teenager. No, when by the time you met her, Elwin, she was a young lady. She was probably 18 or 19. But this is years later.
It's good to go.
All right, but she's a goddess now. Anyway, shining through the second
You're
portal.
a god, Ellen.
Shining through the second portal, you hear a little of a strained cackle. He says, "What are you buggering me about?"
What cold?
He looks through. He says, "Oh, fucking shite," he says. He looks around. He says, "And I thought that my plane was all kinds of worst fucked up place. And I look through here, and I see a place even worse off."
You're black.
He says, "Go on." What he said?
No, go for it.
He says, "I've done what I'm supposed to do. He says, I've left open the fucking gateways through my plane so you can come and go as you please. And here I am trying not to have my all of my shit eaten. And you're asking me help again?"
I mean, you don't have to, but if you don't, I'm gonna pay you a visit.
And you're gonna lose this
And
lovely
eat your shit.
plane.
Um,
I mean, Kelly, did ask you nicely. I don't know why you're being so rude.
He says, I'll have you know that I am not a god to be pushed around by females. Just because she bats her pretty little eyes at me and says, please, please, please help, you don't care for glitter gold. You have no idea what. And then all of a sudden, you hear him pause as another voice kind of comes through and says, and it's just a few words. It's basically. Here, I'll put it in chat. You hear this? You hear this in like cold, icy voice.
Go fuck yourself. That's my guess. That sounds like her.
Nice. Never mind.
And then he says,
So we all
"Right
cringe?
out." Yes.
We all
Anybody
roll a wisdom save.
Anybody
All of you,
fucking
roll a wisdom saving
shut
throw.
up?
Roll wisdom saving throw.
shuddering.
What are we rolling a wisdom save for?
To resist the cringe.
Don't look at the picture.
I
Oh,
use my finger.
Do I have to roll? Because I actually like her. She's cool.
You would.
Itchy trigger finger, and I kind of closed it immediately.
Elwin,
Hey, I don't
If we
have
kill
all
ourselves-
those. I don't have the same impression of her y'all do because I didn't go through all the same stuff with her y'all did. So.
You all fail.
So-
I mean, was the roll needed?
No, it doesn't matter what you rolled. He would have failed.
Like, I need that bitch. Otherwise, no.
Okay. And Euphemia just you hear her say through the in her kind of monotone, just cold, icy, like the ultimate icy bitch voice.
Hold on, I gotta see this.
What's this thing that you linked? What is this?
It's his reaction to seeing her.
Deimos, you're wetting yourself. The last time you were around Euphemia, she made you do and say things that are still there. They're you talk about trauma. I mean, it's ropes and Euphemia is basically what you have going on.
Wait, what happened with Euphemia that ropes were involved?
No. Ropes
No,
was
it's
was replaced tentacles, but Euphemia predates any tentacles or anything like that. Deimos was
Damos is
Trauma.
the only person who's ever cured PTSD with more PTSD.
Euphemia's grandfathered into the plan.
Yeah, yep, pretty much. Okay, so anyway, with that, Bahamut, Garl Glittergold, Euphemia, and Akelia. So we've got Akelia is the goddess of magic. Garl Glittergold is now the god of he still maintains his domain, but he's in charge of Lunaria, basically. So he's basically the god of fortune now. With a whole plane to himself, he's kind of been elevated away from minor god status. Euphemia is the goddess of the moon, and Bahamut is the god of power and justice, but
Isn't Glitter Gold also
power.
the god of fish?
uh,
No, I don't mean that.
no,
I
you
don't mean that as like a thing. Isn't that the plane where the fish are? That's the part?
well, there was, but you planted, relocated all of the merfolk out of there. They're on Elysium now.
He's a god of the empty world.
Yep, he's a god of a and the maw of the void. is eating his world. That's why he's complaining to you guys. Euphemia pieced out. She went to the moon. So, okay. So anyway, all 4 of them there, right? With all 4 of them supporting, Akelia speaks again. And she says to Mistra, she says, "Listen, darling. I know you can do this. You are strong. You are wise. You are important. You can finish this. And we will help you." Mistra nods, takes a deep breath, and steps through the portal. As she emerges in your world, you guys look up, and the sword is now a quarter mile away from where you are. Trees are in slow motion shattering around you. The earth has splintered. You guys can feel the physical effects of what's going on around here. The sword, and with just the pressure it's generating, is having a massive effect on your bodies. You're having trouble standing up. You're looking around, and you can feel low-level vibrations just rolling through your body right now. Oh, Sailor Moon. They remade Sailor Moon. They have a new show on
Yeah.
This is
on
the
Netflix.
live action one. Let's go.
What the fuck? Okay.
Great casting.
Did you watch Sailor Moon,
No
Renly?
idea.
No, yeah, we didn't have it back when I was a kid.
Okay. I watched it when I was a little kid because it was girls in school uniforms, but I don't know if it necessarily holds up.
It holds up. It tracks.
Anyway.
You're good.
Does it? Okay. I have not.
There were millions
I have-
of boys in America watching it every day for the same reason.
I have not revisited it.
That was my childhood.
Anyway, so Mishra steps through, and you see her walk up. To the angels. And the angels turn to her and say,
"Are you the one appointed? Will you take this burden?"
Mistra stands tall. She's still fairly, for her size, she's kind of, for her age, she's fairly small. She is probably in mortal years about 17 years old, but she seems more frail and smaller than that. But she stands up to her full height, sticks her chin up in the air a little bit, and she says, "I am Mistra, former goddess of magic, and I accept this burden." And the angels say,
"Then it is yours, goddess of what is."
And a flash of light and radiance and power surrounds the 3 of them, as both Magali and Sistia each lay a hand on Mistra's shoulders. As they transfer the burden of the portfolio of the full domain over to her, Mistra, she shudders and screams. She grows translucent. Her body, she glows brilliant, iridescent, multicolored light. And in that flash of brief reality, she has become the goddess of what is. And now, with the sword of conquest and glory looming over you, all 5 of these gods, Bahamut, Akelia, Garl, Euphemia, and Mistra, lend their power together, join it together, and send it up towards conquest and glory. They all, Mistra shrieks in strain. You hear her cry and her scream just echo through this through the world. It becomes deafening. It joins with the groaning of the land itself. It's as if this whole world was screaming under the stress of the power that she's combating right now. And Robotech, I never watched Robotech.
Like Macross.
Yeah, are you guys doing anything to help her in this
I
moment?
don't have any sparks left, but I think Elwin might have some sparks.
I have I have 1 3 left. And remember I spent all my slots. I have 0 spell slots, 1 3 left, and nothing else.
Well,
I do have my D5 and 2 D3s.
would we technically be in combat since he's swinging at us?
Sure.
How many rounds have gone by while we've been having this conversation with Akelia?
Excuse me. He said in our world like half a second.
Yeah.
But
She froze everything at you guys. So I mean, like let's say you guys have had 5 rounds.
I'll do a D5.
Okay.
I'll do a D3, but I'm gonna add a War Priest to it, which won't really do anything, but it sounds cool.
Owen gets 2. Roll your D3, Deimos. Okay. Couple 2s. Adis, what are you doing?
I will, since that gave me back all that, I mean, no spell will really, like, by name, but I have a 9th and 8th, 2 seconds, and 4 first levels worth of magic that I can lend to her.
Okay. All right. This is a titanic undertaking. I mean, it's straining all 5 of these gods. This is how powerful conquest and glory are. All right? You can hear their groans and their exertions. Even Bahamut, this massive god of power, is lending his full weight into this moment, and they're funneling it through Mishra. Mishra's screaming, trying, and doing everything she can to not just be torn apart by the power through her rattling through her small frame. Yeah, Tempest is there. And in that moment, a flash of light, and the horseman and rider are gone.
Oh, yeah.
Gone?
Just gone.
House trip.
Gone. There's a huge vacuum of a surge of air as the place where they were, because they were massive in size. It forms a vacuum as they disappear, and air and just goes whooshing by to fill that space. All the pressure and all the straining and cracking of the ground around you, the tension just evaporates. As Akelia releases the time slowing spell that she had woven, nature returns. It's like the sun has peeked over the horizon almost. It's like the world has returned to color. You hear the sound of wildlife flittering in the trees. You see the sparkles of iridescent light, rainbow colored light, all around you. And Mishra is there, standing still, trembling, and then she drops down to her knees, gasping and panting in exertion. Garl Glittergold says, "Saints and Bigoras," he says. "If that wasn't all kind of, unnerving." He says, "Well now, I see I have no longer a role here. I'll be off."
Thank you.
Euphemia turns to you all and she says, I'm typing. She says,
Are you typing because you forgot to turn off your voice changer?
"What am I supposed to do here? Huh? Here. You want me to talk?" No. I don't have a Euphemia voice changer.
He just forgot how to do her voice. It's been so long. I'll thank her as well.
This is what Deimos does when he hears that voice again.
And she says, "Fuck you." I say thanks. It was nice to see you again.
Okay. Oh, where's that? Hold on, I'm trying to find a GIF. Oh, my Google Foo is not as strong as yours, Damos.
Dude, I don't want to toot my own whistle, but I just passed a midterm on law based off how good I was at Googling shit during a midterm test. I literally taught myself like half of a law degree Googling.
What the
Google
hell?
Goblin Yoga.
Oh man, I can't.
You can't what?
I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I'll try to. I'll keep looking. Anyway, Euphemia pieces out. Okay.
Alright.
Bahamut says. He turns to you all and says, "If that creature was a harbinger of what is to come," he turns to you all and he says, "then we will need a lot more strength behind us." And he leaves.
Thank you.
And it's just Akelia left, and you hear her say a few words to Mistra just quietly amongst themselves. You can tell that they've grown. Akelia had taken on a bit of a mother or a big sister role to Mistra over the last couple of years. And there's a bit of a and Mistra, as much as she gives Akelia attitude, does indeed have a lot of affection for her. So there's a hug, a bit of a bit of teariness, and a promise to always be there for her. And Akelia turns to you all and says, "Please, leave her. Don't leave her alone. She needs friends. She needs people she can trust."
She needs friends.
Not your friends, Damos.
Probably around the same age, right?
And Akelia, you can see her vanish. So now it's just you guys, Mistra, and Magali and Sistia.
I nod to Mistra and I'm like, Mistra, this is Annabella, Jane, Louisa, May, Shirley, Joe.
She pops out from behind your shoulder because she was sitting like on your shoulder, and she goes, "Hi." And Mistress smiles and she giggles a bit. She says, "She's the cutest thing I've ever seen."
Oh, you should see the rest of her people. Really, you should.
She says, "If this is a world of creatures like this,
Oh.
I might just like this place."
Mm-hmm. Also, colors. I point to the sky.
She smiles. And she says, "I think I'll enjoy getting to know this place." Okay. So, what are you gonna the world? So Shahakim with Conquest and Glory gone. Oh, by the way, so she looks around. She said, with Conquest and Glory gone, the whole of Shahakim has now turned to the realm of what is, and that's what Mistra's new nomenclature, her new domain, is all about. The realm, the goddess of what is. And she pauses and she turns to you guys and she says, "And I'm so sorry. I tried my best, but he was too strong. Those creatures were too powerful. The best I could do was banish him from my plane.
Did you send him into the mall? I knew you were smart enough to think of that. Excellent work.
She shakes her head.
That's what I was half expecting was Glitter Gold to start screaming, looking through the portal, seeing it walking in the mall.
Exactly is it right now, though?
Kids came down from upstairs. 1 second. So she says, "No, it would have taken too much. I sent him to one of the material planes."
Boy. When
Okay.
Maximus is on?
They're fucked.
It's already dead.
I can't say that I don't understand why.
I
Seems
feel like Max might be on that plane.
might not be anymore.
So
Or actually,
So-
wasn't.
so I mean, hold on, let me see. Where's the circle? Planes. I have an image here.
Dice roll which plane it ended up on.
I mean, there's a shitload of planes.
It's in the appendix of the player's handbook.
I had a picture though. I had a picture of planes.
Oh, send
you
him
did.
into Ravenloft. That way it can make an appearance in my campaign.
Don't send it to Ravenloft, because then it will make an appearance in his game.
Yeah, you want it? You want to borrow the Conquest and
Let's
Glory?
find out where it ends up.
Cool.
Yes.
You're not-
No.
All right.
You guys are. That's
you can
terrible.
borrow it.
Why would you do that?
As of now, you don't know where it went. It went to the material plane, so it's not the plane of elements, none of the elemental planes, none of the weird ethereal planes or anything like that. It's a material plane somewhere. You're just not sure where.
Sithicus.
Max wasn't on it, right?
Oh, you don't know.
Maybe.
Because if so, I'm gonna have to bring up his twin brother. Ultra diabolical.
Max wakes up. And there's a huge mountain-sized horse dick in his ass. It's like,
Well, this is the most maximum way to die.
His twin brother Minimus.
Minimus Dastardly.
Hey,
Minimus
this
Dastardly.
tombstone says Max Dastardly died from maximum anal penetration.
Okay, what are you doing with Mishra? Is there anything you want to do? Things you want to wrap up on this realm?
Probably go
Yes.
say bye to Vouchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would want to introduce her to all the peeps.
And I'll
Okay.
get Bruce
Yeah.
back.
I would also like, before we leave, to take a long rest at some point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys.
And also,
have something.
check out that. I think we should check out that mountain again before we leave. I think that mountain was pretty smart about other stuff. It might be able to help us again.
Okay, so I mean, you hang out with Vouchy.
Oh, God, no.
You've got the angels.
Oh wait, no, hold on. There is something we need, Deimos. There's something we need to take care of before we do anything else.
Hmm.
Your bro.
I
We
would
gotta
like to
deal with your bro.
reincarnate Bruce since no one's
No, fuck
Bring him
that.
back.
We'll bring him back. No, we'll resurrect him. Fuck that.
So Bruce's soul was funneled into Conquest and Glory.
You
Uh,
broke it.
No,
Remember,
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't because I
Remember?
used
I broke the bond, so
my
it
spell
didn't
to
absorb
trap
it.
his soul in
Yep.
it.
Actually, you specifically said that Bruce's soul was not eaten by that thing.
I don't think I said that.
I have it in my notes. I don't check my notes. It's in my notes.
Bruce specifically, he dwells in the tip of Glory's massive horse dick, and it is shoved firmly inside Max Dastardly.
Oh, I'm gonna tell the real Bruce. He lives in the tip of a large dog.
Don't forget about that part when he comes into your world, Elwin.
All right.
The first
Okay, so
thing
you guys,
dastardly condom.
so what we're gonna role play a bit here. You guys go back to town. You have cleared the remnants. The demons have fled a lot. Like portals opened as high level demons just pieced out of this place. They just vanished. A lot of them were killed in the process. The whole demon horde was routed. While you guys were dealing with conquest and glory. You return and you see heading up the forces there a couple of individuals. First, you find Vouchy. You find Vouchy. He's there in all of his armor. His spear is covered in demon blood, caked on demon blood. Or you can tell he did a lot of fighting. All right. And then you see a couple of large individuals just kind of like standing like side by side with each other, just like staring each other down with like a healthy level of respect passing through between the two of them.
Yep, him.
Ooh, Bigby and
Branth-
Branthor are okay.
Branthor and Quigley are just like they're just glaring at each other, but they're just like both of them are like standing tall, puffing out their chests, doing their their primal monkey show of of strength, but there's a healthy respect because all around them there's corpses of demons, right?
God.
I was actually about to ask which one has the bigger pile.
Well, that's what they're comparing right now. They're arguing. Oh, they're just staring each other down, right?
Mine's higher. Mine has more depth of vision.
Right. As you guys roll up, Branthor looks at you, Deimos, and he points at all the demons on the ground, and he says, "Branthor's sorry. Thems would not listen to words, so Branthor zapped them."
Awesome job. Just wait. We're gonna save the demons. And we'll have the demons
Yeah, that's-
rising.
This is Full Metal Alchemist. That's
Branthor and Quigley best friends now.
Yeah. There's kind of respect that's going between. This is a good good gif.
Hey, Deimos,
Hmm.
this has to be recorded for posterity as one of the cool epic moments of this campaign when you turned Branthor to our side.
Well, he's a good guy. He's got muscles.
He's always been a good guy.
Yeah.
So
How many
he
bad guys we fought that had muscles? Like none.
So Deimos, you had entrusted Branthor to persuade other demons to come to your side, right? And he was able to persuade exactly 0 of them.
I want to have him roll a charisma check.
So he but he managed to kill lots of them. He said he tried.
No, he did. He did actually persuade them to join our side because now they are no longer fighting against us. So they are
There you go. There you go.
on our side.
That's what he thought you meant. He says,
That's my
"Them not
intelligence
fight you
and
anymore."
logic.
Okay.
Branthor, you're awesome. You're super cool. Do you wanna keep helping out people, or you wanna keep coming up the mountain with us?
He looks around. He says, "Branthor not know where to go. Branthor." He looks around. And he sees Mistra. And Mistra kind of walks up to him. And you see him, his tough kind of exterior, the macho front that he's putting up, especially with Quigley standing there. Mistra, you see her just float over to them, and she's not walking anymore. Here on this realm, she floats, and behind her is a stream of sparkles and rainbows.
I love it.
She reaches. She passes up. She floats up to the center, like in between them, and she's small compared to them. I mean, she's not a quarter their size. She's way smaller than that, right? But she reaches up, and she puts a small hand of hers, one on each of their chests, right? And she says, "Thank you for defending my world." And both of them soften instantly. A small smile cracks Branthor's face, and Quigley just kind of like shyly just like turns his head away and like scratches his ear, right? She says, "I'll need strong warriors like yourself to help me keep the peace and to protect all of my people. Will you help me?" And it's not long before both Branthor and Quigley are basically like eating out of the palm of Mishra's hand.
My girl.
So is he like an angel now?
Instead of a fallen angel, he's a risen demon.
That's
She looks at Branthor. She says, "We're gonna have to work on that look of yours."
done.
Oh jeez.
No, he
like-
has no, he has lightning, right? He's a lightning guy,
What the
right?
hell is
He
this?
should totally be like Thor.
I mean, like Elysium had like those angels that were like in charge for their deities. I forgot what they were called. Like, could Branthor be the new newly
Well,
appointed
Magali.
angel?
So Magali and Sisti are still here, but
Yeah.
Branthor's gonna have to work his way up the ladder. He's not quite Archangel yet, but right now he's hired muscle. So
I'm gonna poke him.
I
the
don't
next
think
day,
anybody could compare
and-
to the other two.
I'm totally gonna poke him the next day and like do a regenerate on him so he grows a dick again.
okay.
I thought Deimos already got that. I thought. Wait. Hey, what happened to? I'm gonna ask Branthor what happened to the one succubus chick, cause she had got her ass kicked.
He shrugs his shoulders. "Don't know. Think she left through one of the portals."
Okay.
Okay. Deimos Quigley has found his way over to and Elwin. He's found his way over to you guys, and he kind of like he's stronger. It's like he's grown in size. You know how like in I don't know if this matters, but how in Kong Skull Island, Kong was like an adolescent and he was only a certain size, but then when he had to fight Godzilla, they grew him by like 3 times.
Yeah.
To fight Godzilla. Yeah. So that's Quigley.
It's like
Quick.
this- Here's Deimos on the picture.
Right, yeah, I mean, not quite that big, but yeah, he's grown significantly since last time you saw him, Deimos. And he kind of like he comes over to you, and he says, "Quigley's friend."
Mhm.
He says, "Deimos, friend," and he pats his chest, and he like pats yours. He says, "Quigley still stronger." Huh, 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 huh.
Deimos looks over.
And he says, "But I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over all of my fucking muscles."
Strike a
Quigley
blow.
says, "Teeny tiny muscles."
Oh, what? Jamos isn't even crying right now.
I'm waiting for the day that Quigley picks you up, Deimos, by the leg and slams you into the ground a few times, and then looks at you and says, "Puny God."
He says, "But Quigley love you, puny man."
I missed you, Quigley.
And I pick him up and hug him.
Okay.
Can I do
So
an intelligence check to see if I can do a quick count to see which one of them actually won.
Actually, wait. I want to hear me on this one. If I pick Quigley up, and then Quigley picks me up, but then I pick him up again, will we technically fly? Because we keep picking each other up because we're so strong.
You keep lifting each other up. I mean, we'd in this world, Mistra, she's got a bit of a fanciful kind of like streak to her. She smiles at you and she says, "I think you should try it."
I think you should too.
Alright.
So Damos, roll athletics. Okay. So Quigley and you both roll your athletics checks. And what happened here? And as you guys are lifting, what you find is that I don't know about on any other world, but on this world it works. Mystery has changed the rules of physics on this world. So that you guys suddenly soar up into the sky. You pick Quigley up, he picks you up, you pick Quigley up, you guys are now floating in the air.
I mean, it's not.
All around you,
Muscles are literally
birds,
the most
birds and angels are soaring around you, giggling. They're chirping. You got angels and stuff smiling and laughing around you. You see a crack of purple lightning, and Branthor is soaring up, trying to catch you. He says, "Branthor, faster than you!" But you guys are still picking. You guys double down. You guys strain even harder, and you're managing to keep pace, flying faster than Branthor just by the strength of your muscles.
And then they realize that they're not really picking each other up, but they're so strong they're pushing the world away.
Yeah.
Is like the youngest sibling going like, "Wait for me!"
Yeah, he's chasing. Wait for me! Wait for Branthor! Right, and as you and Quigley are flying through the air, just soaring away. All right. So, over the next few hours, you guys all manage to help the denizens of this world kind of settle down. A lot of work is going to be needing to be done. A lot of repairing needs to be done. But Mistra is here now, and she doesn't. She's taken to this world very naturally, far faster than some of the other gods you've seen try to acclimate to their domains. For some reason, this realm suits her, and she doesn't even know the extent of her power yet, or even the nature of it. It's such an ancient domain, back before the domains were split up so fine-tunedly, and separated and subdivided so much. This is the realm of what is, and she has a lot of exploring to do, a lot of investigation to do to try to figure out where the boundaries of her domain are. The Arcanites, Quigley and the rest of the people, the sloth people, are happy there. Renly, while Vouchy comes over to have a conversation with Annabella, Jane, Louisa May, Shirley Joe, who's with you.
Deal for privacy.
No. Annabella, she wants to stay with you. So Vouchy says, "May I accompany you for a bit?"
Take a fiver. Walk with me.
So he's walking with you and talking with Annabella Jane about what it means to travel. And so over the course of the next few hours, you're slowly beginning to gather the context and basically the topic of conversation. And roll a wisdom saving throw, Renly.
I'm dying. I'm so dying.
You shudder in horror and just inside, because you realize that he's explaining to Annabella Jane all the protocols, all the politeness, and the basically the rules, or just like how to be a good sloth, um, on a long-term journey with companions. He's basically saying things like always make sure that your fur is clean, make sure that you
Talking too fast.
yeah, this is over the course of hours. So I mean, the rest of you are long resting, by the way. Renly's having a hard time long resting because Vouchy is explaining all the protocols of basically being a good companion. How to watch out for your friends, how to keep yourself safe, all those things.
I am dying.
Yeah.
And after he leaves, which is probably the next day, I'm going to turn to Annabella and I'm going to be like, now take everything he said and forget about it. Because that's how we roll, right? And I throw up a hand for a high five.
Do that for you if you want.
She smiles and she starts to bring her hand up to
I wait an hour.
just to slap you high five. We'll return to this. All right. Elwin, anything you
I think
doing?
she has been my greatest work.
I hate you so much, Elwin. So much. I will curse you. You will get payback for this.
No, that was my payback.
And I will
She was
return
my
you
payback.
more payback.
No, you
It's
already
a
said it.
cycle now.
Well,
Being
she's
very
staying there.
friendly.
Dane was just gonna walk in between and make sure that the young sloth knows safety always comes first. It's a test.
Hey Renly, I have counterspell through Elwin, so you can't curse him.
What's this? Oh, safety first. What is this?
I'm trying to make
I
sure the
got
sloth
a
knows that
natural curse.
it was a trick to make sure that that she to follow all the rules, and that was a test. Safety comes first.
Okay. Adis, what are you doing for the rest of the day? So Renly goes off to she has a hard time getting a long rest, but she eventually does. Deimos is flying through the sky with quickly. Branthor's in hot pursuit. What are you doing?
I will spend time with Mistress since my goddess is a god again.
Okay. All right. You find yourself walking alongside Mishra. She's floating, but and rainbows and sparkles are trailing her. She looks at you and she says, um, she says, "You know, I can remember small bits of my former self. It was a long, long time. But somehow I remember you. You always were one of my most devoted and loyal followers."
I always tried to be. And
You
now
see
I
a
can again.
small smile comes to her lips. She says, "Thank you for bringing me here. Thank you for bringing me back. Thank you for finding this world for me. It fits me. I know it does. Almost better than the weave ever did. I'm not sure what that means or why, but I can tell."
Well, this place seems like it might be a whole lot more fun than dealing with the weave. I'm not even a god, and it's a pain dealing with the weave. So I don't even know what you had to go through dealing with it, for as long as you did. But I think you'll enjoy it here.
As you walk with her for a bit longer, she says, "Can I give you a gift?"
It would be my honor.
She reaches up and she touches your mask, and all along it now appear a series of scroll work, and runes, and it just kind of etches its way all around your faceplate, right? Making it more ornate. And she says, I know you hide behind this, not to keep the world from seeing you, but because you want to keep yourself from the world. But here in my realm, you will always belong, even though you're dressed in all black and scary. This,
I actually do kind of giggle.
she says, your mask now will bring you back here anytime you wish. Just think of it, and you'll be here in my world.
That is sick. Thank you so much. And I'll like do the whole kneel bow thing. That is freaking awesome.
She smiles and she says, I have a lot to do and a lot to learn. But you know that I want to be like the other gods. I want to do everything I can to help you. I've seen what Akeli has been doing, and I've heard snippets of what Bahamut and the rest of them are doing. They're building up mighty armies. They know that this war is not done yet. She looks around. I have angels here. I have people here. I want to help. Just give me some time. And when you call, and when I'm ready, when you call, I'll be there. And all the strength I can muster.
Awesome. I hope you have fun exploring your new world and power.
She smiles. She says, thank you.
And watch out. Oh, and I will tell her. So there was a little goblin dude that we pulled out of the fighting. He's like some little goblin god dude. We left him with Satellizer. Apparently he has a thing for you. So don't feel bad about like totally throwing him in the mall if he gives you any shit. I will totally back you on that.
She nods. She says, okay. I have had a bit of experience with creepy guys, so I think I know what you mean.
Don't bang him either.
He literally had a freaking arrow in his heart, and he was like flicking it and enjoying it, and it was so weird. That's why we sent him to Satellizer, because he's kind of creepy.
she smiles. She blushes a little bit. She says, I'll keep that in mind. Okay.
So
All right,
mechanically,
Elwin.
I just have to
Go on.
think about it, and I can teleport here with my mask.
Yep.
So
No spells, no spell slots, no resources wasted, no action economy or anything like that. It just happens.
is it just a one way, or can it take me back to where I was?
Let me hear. So it's a one-way trip. It's a one-way trip. You'll have to find a way back to your original place.
That's totally fine. That's a get out of hell free card.
Okay.
Is it just him, or can he bring us along?
Just him.
Yeah, but what I could do though is, if we needed, I could use like out of character. I could use it to come here, and then I could like open a gate for you all to come through back here.
As long as you're
If
not
we
dealing
did.
with any gods there.
Yeah.
He could superpower it.
Well, it seems like most of the planes we've gone to don't have a ruler over them, so as long as it's not in the presence of someone who's powerful,
fighting
we'd be
gods.
fine. Huh?
We're constantly fighting gods or dealing
Well,
with.
this floor was the first floor that there was actually still a god in charge here. The previous ones, all the gods that were in charge, the planes were godless. So technically speaking, like mechanically, the way the gate works is if the plane has a ruler, then they can stop it, or if it opens in the presence of someone who's divine or powerful, they can stop it. So in theory, as long as we're not near any jackasses, we could get away with it. Maybe.
I do want to mention, after the long rest, if we are checking out that mountain, I would want to basically check if there are any important minerals on the mountain of use. Um, I just wanted to check if there might be something that might be valuable for this plane to develop in the future.
The mountains where Conquest and Glory were.
Yeah. Or if there's another mountain that might be pretty valuable or useful, like for
Roll d20. Roll
okay.
d20.
What are we trying to find?
So
Um,
great insight, Renly. You go to the mountain range where Glory was resting, and you find that the ground itself, the rock and stone itself, has been materially changed. Having sat there for years, um, basically underneath Glory and being irradiated basically with soul energy, right? And occasionally fucked. you you find that the mountain itself, the mountain range has been basically permeated and imbued with with some kind of new material. It's it seems like it can be harvested and utilized. You're not sure what for, but it's very not natural.
There's some
ooh.
white marble in there, Rinley.
Well, I would like to ask you know, Annabella or well, okay, maybe someone faster who could let me know if there are any other mountains that have you know, empty veins, any deposits that I've already made mined, because I want to do a certain spell I've not used before, and this seems to have a lot of resources that we could
Mm-hmm.
perhaps sort of hybridize into another area. This is the spell. Let me just copy it over. Well, not copy it.
Okay.
Put it in here.
Could probably help you get around the components.
I just want to help it grow over the next few decades or so. Or if
Okay.
it's really rare, then maybe a century? Who knows? Keep it growing.
Okay. All right. So
It's
you plant seeds of um of these mineral deposits in other places, and you begin to try to amplify this resource. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can create the component for her if you need, Rinley.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically we'd need a bunch of this
It's
mined and moved over. So yeah.
Yeah, I can, because I can create a seed worth up to 25,000 gold. So
So yeah, I wonder if there's something that might be useful for the future fight. So the idea is to just get a lot of stuff that maybe Kildrak can then use on his plane for, you know, um, engineering.
oh, this spell is pimp. You could literally mine all the gold out of a mountain and then make all the gold reappear.
It takes time.
hmm,
It takes 6 hours.
I
Oh,
mean,
time
time
to
to
oh
regrow.
20. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Gold. Where's gold? 40 years. Still,
I mean,
like,
rebuilding
imagine if the
economies.
imagine if the vein was like a trillion gold pieces worth of gold. You get it all back in 40 years. That's
Hmm.
some pretty good.
All right. Elwin, what do you want to do this during this time?
Hmm. I don't have anything specific. Just hang out with Quigley and Branther Damos. Um, introduce the angels to Mistra.
As a
I don't
reminder, the
remember.
wall
I was
falling
asleep for
down.
most of this plane, so I don't remember anything specific.
Okay.
The
Okay.
wall's down. You could go see your friends if you wanted, Alan. Your friends, since you're the only one who can teleport.
Which friends? I don't remember.
Your lady friends, because we can go back to the material plane now.
Oh, actually, Elwin is gonna try to cut down on his womanizing ways.
Oh, oh, oh.
Maybe
Well, I meant like your main person. The I can't remember her name. Forgive me.
Eloise?
Is that her
I think
name?
she's. I think that's done with. She's old.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
that's
think,
right. Cause she
yeah,
aged like a billion years, didn't she?
I'm dilation.
30 years. She aged 30 years.
Yeah.
Well, dwarves have a longer lifespan than people do.
Yeah, but last time uh, we hung out, we had our last little thing, and we kind of decided that that was it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
she
because
was
the
moving
other
on.
girls were all like old ladies now.
She was still
And I
boss.
think no, and then
No, because
she
one of
had
the
met someone too.
Hmm.
yeah.
Oh, let's say satellites are some of this new material to work with.
Oh,
Okay.
can we open like a little like peeping portal to check in on the goblin and see what Satelliser's doing to him?
I mean, you can go down you can go down into Elysium and check in on things. All right. So let's fast forward a bit here. So you
I know
guys
what Elwin will do.
spend. What would I do?
Sorry. Um, update his spells.
Oh,
Thought I
okay.
could.
Good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
Good.
gonna
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put some. I'm still gonna have my ridiculous ones, like the stupid dance of euphoria or whatever like that. But I might put a
Uh-huh.
couple of actually useful, not combat spells in.
Okay.
I'll do that on my own too.
What is
Okay.
a
Cool.
combat spell? I say as I look through my rituals.
Yeah.
Combat
Renly has no combat
spells.
spells.
Combat spell is any spell that has practical applications in combat.
No, I mean like my rituals. There's nothing useful in combat.
Oh, well, yeah. Rituals take too long to use in combat.
Well, funnily enough, my legacy weapon can cast rituals, so freely and instantly.
Nice. That's useful.
So
'Cause
I'm very
there's some druidic rituals that can be really nice if you can cast them instant in combat. That's the only reason they're not combat spells is because you can't cast them instantly. But
I only have like some. I'm looking at them and I'm like water breathing, speak with animals, purify food and water.
I thought there's some like healing ones that druids get too.
Those are not rituals.
Oh, maybe they don't get
Okay.
one. I'm thinking.
All right. So that night goes by. You guys all hang out. You're gonna spend a few more days here before you move on. A couple things happen. Akelia mentions that a lot has happened on Elysium. If you want to swing by there, to get updates. You realize that your time spent here has probably resulted in a few more years passing by on the material realm. So, you don't know exactly what's happening with all your allies down on Earth, or not Earth, but like whatever the world is called. But you figure that you might, if you're interested, you guys might want to go down there and see what's going on. And Deimos wanted to talk to Thromakal.
And I want to talk
Alright.
to Deimos after he talks to Thramakal.
Who's
Okey-dokey.
throwing?
Okay.
Who's throwing?
Also, I would like to make sure that Balinar starts working out, because I
yeah.
hear that he might be given some days off by Bahamut in the near future, so he might join us on an adventure. So he might want to start working out.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He's like a
Yeah, Kevin-
OG
yeah.
person in this game.
Kevin said that he.
Did he say he could come back and play with us?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, yeah, he was here. I think for a few sessions when I started. Sorry.
When would he want to come back?
No, you don't. You don't know.
Sep- August or
I-
September, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll ask him.
Okay. So, all right. So, what do you want to play, Balinor or Feldorn?
He said Balinar.
That'd be interesting.
Balinar.
Okay. Yeah, that was interesting because Balinor. I remember that we role played that, and he role played. He needed Balinor needed to die, so we had him die.
Yeah,
Got
he
eaten
he was
by the demon lord.
Yeah.
he got really when oh dude, and then Terry's just alive.
Yeah. He doesn't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
My
yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, that's why he wanted Belinar to die because Antares killed his girlfriend.
That's
Like,
right. That's right. I remember now. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he'll have to come back and have some beef with Antares. All right. Cool. So Deimos, you and Quigley fly to Thromakal. All right.
And you mean we pull Thramacard to us?
That's right. That's right. You pull Thromakal to you guys. All right. So you guys arrive at the massive mount. Um, what do you say? What do you do? You guys shut. You get there and it's still cold here, right? A lot of the rest of the world, and it's imbued. You see light and an iridescent light shining around, but where Thromakal is, it's still cold.
All right. I walk into it again.
And I'm like, Thramacard, I did what you said. I used my mind muscles. I need you to show us the way forward with your smart stuff. And I don't really know what to do. Everything's weird. Tempest isn't up in the upper areas, and they keep talking about his secretary Bane, and I don't like that guy because he sounds like a dick.
Thromakal, his eyes still shut. Slowly, you hear the mountains, the rock begin to roll as his mouth drops open and his eyes, um, um, the irises become visible as his eyelids peel back, right? And he says to you, Deimos,
How have you grown, Deimos? How have you learned to see past your pain?
The thing is about pain is if you don't get hit, nothing hurts. Unfortunately, I get hit all the time. But I can get past my pain and I can see through it because Deimos knows that when he gets hit, his friends don't. And so I save my friend's pain and I'm totally cool with that.
Thromakal, you see him close his mouth, and the head slowly begins to shake back and forth like a no. And Deimos, you feel Quigley come up behind you, and Quigley says,
Deimos,
Yeah.
not pain here.
and you feel him just reach over you, and he goes around he smacks you across the face. All right, you take
700 damage.
44 points of damage. He says,
Pain here.
and he puts his finger right at your chest over your heart.
Oh. Deimos doesn't know. Deimos isn't even sad or in pain about anything. Is he?
I yell at Elwin, who's probably right by there.
Aaron, does my heart hurt about something? I don't know.
Hopefully not. Remember that talk that I wanted to have with you?
Yeah,
Keep
Would-
this conversation with Thramakal in mind.
what's the talk?
Okay, here now.
Yeah, what's up?
You know how I've been single for a very, very long time now? Maybe
Yeah.
2 weeks?
Like 4 weeks now, right?
Yeah, so I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
since I'm the fire god, fire
Yeah.
and lightning god,
Uh-huh.
I need to get someone that's on my level,
Oh, of course, you deserve it, brother.
and a very, very nice lady. I mean,
Oh,
the best lady in the world.
I stop him right there, and I put my finger up to his mouth.
Elwin, I trust your judgment. You're my family. If you think it's a good idea, I support you.
All right, good talk.
Get, yeah, bye, Elwin.
Deimos knows. 4 Deimos.
Quigley,
Yep,
Quigley, as Elwin starts walking away, Quigley says, "Him want bang Kelia."
What'd you say? What'd you say? Motherfucker says what? It's
I'm gonna die of laughter.
the weirdest thing is, like, Deimos all of a sudden turns around and looks exactly like fucking like Samuel L. fucking Jackson.
Elwin, could I talk to you again for 1 second?
What's up, buddy?
So this lady that you're talking about, allegedly, what color hair does she have?
Look, Deimos.
Yeah.
Remember, you said I deserve the best,
Uh,
and don't you want to be family? Imagine
okay.
if I call you Uncle Deimos.
Deimos is so like torn right now. He doesn't know what to do. He has to protect Akelia. Now, does he know what Akelia thinks about Elwin? And also, will Elwin do anything sleazy with any other ladies?
The answer is yes to everything.
Elwin, will you do anything else with any other ladies and or other things?
No other ladies would be even comparable to Acalia,
That's
so there
not
would
an
be
answer.
no point in Elwin
Yes, there
doing
would be a
anything.
point. So I have this contract right here in my hand that I've been saving for about 50 years. And it's in great detail about anyone who does anything with Akelia can't do anything with anybody else.
I'll sign it.
All right.
There's probably some loophole he's gonna get through, but Deimos
Elwin is being serious. He's gonna try to stop.
all right, all right.
Wait, is this your divine contract to Deimos?
Deimos doesn't know. He has crayons and paper.
All right, and Deimos looks Elwin straight in the eyes.
He says, Elwin,
What's a good Samuel L. Jackson quote? All right, this isn't gonna totally make sense. This might kind of make sense.
Elwin, I grant you the ability to be on the council, but I don't grant you the rank of master. It's gonna be like 3 little Fonzies up in here.
Deimos, I don't even know if she likes me.
What?
So
But she has
this
great
might-
taste.
I
How
know.
would she not like you? Everyone likes you.
Deimos starts crying because he pulls out the wedding plans he already thought about for these two.
I knew this was gonna happen. It was only a matter of time.
Fear me.
Look at these flowers I've got. I have them all picked out. You let me. I'm paying for the whole wedding. Don't you say a thing. It's gonna be amazing.
All right, Deimos, I'll try. You talked me into it.
Yeah.
Remember, this was all your idea.
Yes, it was. It was meant. It was meant by the fates. It's the only thing.
All right. Good talk, buddy.
Yeah, bro.
God.
Now, what did you learn?
I have no idea. But Deimos has this. I'm leaking out of my eyes, and I don't know why. Okay, it's gonna. Oh, she found the perfect guy. I don't know what to do.
So Quigley pats you on the back, Deimos. He goes, "Feelings good." He pats you on the back. Thramakal looks at you, Deimos, and he says,
Continue on your journey, Deimos. Find your true self. Do not give in to the lies. You are stronger than you know.
And his eyes close and his mouth shuts.
Oh shit. This guy says,
Oh, Deimos.
yeah, what's up?
I thought. Okay, so now I think I understand.
Mm-hmm.
This was about you, not me.
What do you mean?
About your true self.
Who is my
I've
true
thought
self?
about this
Uh,
sometimes.
am
But
I even stronger?
hold on. But I didn't dare say it because I didn't know how you would take it. What if you are Tempest?
Deimos looks at himself. He flexes so hard he has an out-of-body experience and looks at himself. Does Deimos look like Tempest?
Yeah, you have a mirror?
No, I flexed really hard.
Make a perception check. Yeah, kind of.
I'll hold up a mirror.
Deimos has never looked in a mirror before.
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda. So I got like,
Elwin, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard.
We're both gods, buddy.
No, look at me. My name's Deimos. Not Tempest. We have Tempest. Where the fuck is Tempest at? We just had Tempest. Is he with the
Yeah.
sloths? Can't be
But-
Tempest is.
He's hanging out with Vouchy.
Yeah, that would make it 2 Tempests.
What if you're Tempest's dad and he's like Tempest Jr.? And you're Tempest Senior.
I thought we
Did-
already established that Deimos' dad was Tempest.
That means
Wait.
really.
Oh, are we from Alabama? I'm his dad, but yet he still conceived me.
Wait, you're Tempest, but you conceived yourself.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. Just joking.
You hear Thromakal kind of mutter, his eyes shut and his mouth closed. He goes, you hear Thromakal kind of mutter under his breath.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can't you
We're not
just...
the-
He's
not the
useless.
smartest. Just tell him
Just
what he needs to
fucking
learn.
tell me.
Hey, Midas, can I try something?
No, you're not there.
Alright, Mr. Mountain, your riddles. Oh, you're freaking me out. You gotta tell me. Give me another clue. One more clue. It's like Blue's Clues. I need like 3 of them. I only got 1.
And you have a crayon and a notepad. Too.
yeah, I have a credit note. That's exactly what I thought.
Blue Skidoo. You can do.
All right. Roll persuasion check.
Did persuasion?
Yep.
At
You said
advantage. right?
Elwin roll persuasion?
No. Deimos is trying to persuade Thromakal to give him more info.
Yeah. So at advantage, right?
No.
I can't. I'll cast the enhanced ability, so I'll roll it at advantage. And then I'm gonna guide myself.
Okay.
Watch this. Watch this fucking double nat 20. Bam.
Oh.
Bam. Ooh, here's that. Oof. Look at this guy who can barely get out a full sentence. Look,
All right,
he
all right.
as
I
fuck.
can roll a 1 and still roll higher than you.
Don't ruin this for Deimos.
All right. Thromakal, you hear him sigh. He's like, and he opens his eyes and his mouth drops back open again. The sound of stone cracking and all that stuff. And he says to you, he says,
Deimos, Your truth is that you don't need anyone else. You don't need a god to follow. Your strength is within you. You are not a bumbling fool. You are the one. You are the passion behind this change in the worlds. Embrace it. Embrace your destiny. Embrace who you are.
I think I completely understand it now.
He doesn't
Ev-
understand. You gotta tell him.
Elwin,
Exactly.
I need you to blow me up. I'm inside of myself.
It's in the computer.
It's in the computer.
Thank you, Mountain. With your knowledge and my insight and my charismatic stuff, I have figured out the riddle. And it is that there's the power inside of me.
No, you haven't.
And praise Tempest.
And Damo starts running off.
Quigley looks at Thromakal and goes, "Fuck's sake." Okay.
So who is this guy again? I feel like I should remember this mountain. Or is it before my time?
No,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
remember it either.
He was basically your quest giver. When you guys first got here, you left.
Mhm.
You went to Malavelm first, and then you found this guy, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
he's the one who told you all about the realm.
Right. Oh,
He was a vestige. He's basically like the archives of knowledge. So this is where
He's the librarian.
where the god of knowledge stored a bunch of his records. Okay. Anything else, anybody?
Yeah. One thing. Wasn't there an angel chick, not the ones that combined, but wasn't there another angel chick that was helping lead the army, or am I just imagining shit?
No, the only
I
other
thought
angel
there
you
was
met
an-
was Salome.
Yeah, our taxi.
Yeah.
But she wasn't one of the ones that combined, right?
No.
How is she?
She was fine. She's the one who helped you get to Conquest and Glory.
Oh, okay.
She helped she helped bring you there. So she's still around. She's fine. She doesn't really have any aspirations of greatness and stuff. She just wants to be helpful.
Okay. I was just for some reason I was thinking we were missing an angel for some reason.
She and Mistra are getting along pretty well. They're becoming friends. Okay.
Midas, how much is the time dilation between here? Like a day, say like a day here versus the material plane.
It's different for every realm. It's different. So
But from here, from this plane we're on to the material plane.
let's see here. When you guys your journeys through the higher up in on Mount Celestia you go, the closer time is at the base it's more dilated. So when you were on Elysium, the time in Elysium and then in Lunaria and Solaria, that equated like almost like about 30 years. But the higher you go, the more time aligns. So here it's less of a
Right.
distortion.
So my question is like, because you said we're gonna stay for a few days. So for 1 day of time here, how much time would pass on the material plane? Because I was thinking of going and making something.
It would probably be a couple weeks.
Ooh, sweet. Can I go? I'm gonna try. I would assume I probably have enough knowledge. I would or try to acquire or make 2 new what were our staffs called, Elwin? I forget.
Or what?
The staffs that we both blew up. I need a new staff because I don't have a staff.
All right.
The staff of the Magi or whatever. What's it called, Elwin? Is it staff?
Yeah,
You guys
staff
blew up a
of the
staff?
Magi. Mhm.
Yeah, I did once, and he blew up his for something else too. I think.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm
Did
gonna
you?
go search through the demon corpses for a staff of the Magi or a staff of that Magi equivalent.
Okay. You just want a staff of the Magi?
We could make one. Well, I
That's
thought
that's
about just
that's
wishing for one, but
that's
Dude, I
small
just
beans
take a
compared to
tree
what.
stick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Damos takes a tree stick and like what?
Squeeze
Like
it
spit
really
on it and rub
tight.
it up and down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. I made you a
I mean,
staff of the Magi.
well, I guess time goes by faster down there. I guess we could ask Statalizer to make. I guess I could ask. Is it a her or a him? To
Satellizer?
make me one.
Um,
Yeah.
That's the
I
hard
just-
part. We don't know.
That's that's oddly specific language.
I will. I will ask
It's
if
all pronouns.
they could make me a new arcane staff.
Okay, so if you guys are gonna go down to Elysium, then you have to do that
Yeah.
there.
I think we want to go because Acalia said we should check something out, and I need to have a conversation with a certain someone.
Okay, so you guys spend a couple more days here on Shehakim. Again, this is the realm that is now, the realm of what is. Mishra is in charge. She has Quigley and Branthor as her basically bodyguards, along with all the angels and the sloths here. Salome is there. The angels Fidele. That's the other angels. They're around. Their work has been done, so they're basically in retirement. But they're around. They're being helpful. And Mistra is doing the work of figuring out her realm and just trying to build up, to turn this realm into something that will be useful for your guys' in the war effort. Renly, you did the stuff with the mines and you planted the seeds, and they're starting to grow. Deimos, you're puzzling over all the stuff that you just learned. You have a couple of encounters with Tempest. Like you wake up one morning and you guys are in the gym together. You find him, like you normally do. Like every once in a while, you wake up in the morning and you go find Tempest. That's kind of your morning ritual. And you find him working out. He's off, or trying. I mean, like, no. You find him because he doesn't work out so much. He's all about natural strength. You find him off just like hanging out by a stream, and you start picking up rocks and start benching them and deadlifting them and that kind of stuff. And he's just kind of hanging out there, just looking at nature and whittling on a stick. But you have a couple not too informative, mildly awkward, but conversations where you're trying to you're beating around the bush of actually getting there and talking to him. You never get around to actually ask him anything substantial, but you have all these thoughts brewing in your mind. Adis, you hang out with Mishra for a little bit those last few days, and Elwin. So, you guys are set to leave. I'll give you guys your last long rest. You guys are set to leave the next morning. All right. You've had several days of rest. You guys are fully recovered. Any exhaustion or stuff that you guys had is gone. We'll get rid of that.
Hey,
Adis, you had
before we leave, uh, Mistra did open up. She's like for the next plane.
Yes. Yes.
What's the?
When you're
can
ready
we just
to
know what the next plane is?
Sure. When you guys are ready to ascend the mountain.
If I'm not mistaken, this next plane is the one we dragged that jackass off of, that Elwin or that Deimos climbed in his
Yep.
mouth and ripped him apart from the inside.
Yeah. Malabolgia. Yeah, you pulled him from Arcadia.
Oh, that's a big one.
Getting to the
Yep.
big leagues there.
Hey, at least we've already
Yep,
killed
yep.
one of the dicks that was there already.
Yeah. He was a pretty important one too, so.
Mishra is indeed ready to open the gateway to the next realm.
if we are there for several days in Annabella's home, like neighborhood area, like where they grow stuff and all, I would do a spell at 10th level. This is a 3rd level ritual spell that I would
Mm-hmm.
think is awesome. And so it's just going to help with goring stuff, I'll be totally casting this at 10th level to like oomph it and spark it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And see.
Cool.
While she,
Cool.
While,
All right.
while she does that, hey Deimos, can I DM you
Mhm.
some spells throughout the week so you can buff them up to God Elwin level?
Yeah, I can do that.
No, Midas. Did I say
I'll do it.
Deimos?
Oh yeah,
I'll
sure.
do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll buff the shit out of it.
Sure, send it
I
to me,
might
Elwin.
send you
40
like,
zeros after it.
the Pepin. I want the ass quake.
Oh, dude, the Pepin spells are the best.
Like,
Yeah,
I'll
send it
send
to
you the Pepin spells. All right.
Be fun.
The Pepin spells. We've had the most fun with that spell. What's it called again?
Nut check?
Fact or whatever. No, the undeniable fact.
Undisputable fact.
Undisputable fact. Yeah.
Undisputable fact.
I like Pepin's nut check.
Oh, Midas. I have a question.
Yeah.
So since Mister is a god now, can this get buffed?
Oh. Yeah. We'll work on that. Send that to me. In Discord, and we'll work on it. Okay. Last night. So Renly, you spend the last whole day with Annabella Jane because basically her family's throwing her a goodbye party.
Oh,
right?
Oh my god, I'm
So
dying. Yeah, it's great.
so yeah. I mean they invite you over, and just because they knew you're coming, they set out tea, right? So they invite you to have tea with them, which normally tea takes whatever, like what, half an hour or something like that. Well, the tea thing is all day.
Wow.
And they're having trouble figuring out how to drink the tea before it gets cold, because by the time they pour it and they drink it, it's cold already. So they think it's actually like a cool drink, like an ice drink. And there's a bit of confusion there.
That might work better for them.
But they send Annabella Jane with some gifts. Her mother gives her a garland of flowers to wear on her head. Her dad gives her a knife, like a little knife to carry around so that she can use. And her brother gives her a necklace made of like twigs and leaves. All right. So that takes all day. Elwin, that night, as you guys, you're eager, the anticipation is building because you guys are leaving here tomorrow, to go back down to Elysium to check in on everybody. You guys have rested. It's late at night, and you're in your room because you guys all have your own rooms now. And because the sloths finally figured out that you guys don't like to hang from the ceiling like they do, so they gave you your own rooms. And Owen, that night, roll a perception check.
Perception. Oh no, you're gonna give me my 3 somewhere, aren't you? And
Okay.
I've already pledged.
So
Drunk you get.
so you don't hear the door open. You don't hear the whispers. You don't hear the footsteps until you feel the presence of 2 people in the room with you, in the bed with you. And you hear their voices. They say, "Wake up, fire god from the sky."
I wake up.
And on either side of you are the twins, twin angels.
God damn it.
They're lying in bed. They're dressed exactly as you see them in the picture, minus the shoulder armor and stuff. Right? They both have coy, kind of like almost, yeah. Very very interested looks on their faces. Right? One of them is Magali. Hers is a little bit more predatory, right? As she kind of like eyes you up and down. Sistia's is a little bit more demure. And Sistia says, "We know that you've had designs on us ever since you first saw us. And we have to say, your display of power and divine strength and your aura of, as when you took down Oral, she says, it caught both of our attention.
Yeah.
What's how about you? She puts her finger to your lip. She says, "How about you let us thank you for saving our lives and our world before you go off to finish your adventure?"
You see, the thing is, I'm like pushing real hard.
There's one on both sides of you. Assistia is right in front of you, and she's the one talking to you. Magali is behind you. She reaches her hands around you, and she starts feeling you up.
Yeah.
From behind.
I was really struggling, and I say, as much as this was, I really wanted this. Your rejection has caused me to open my eyes. And unfortunately, as much as how fun and amazing this would be, I cannot go through with it. I'm sorry. I am going to leave and run into Damo's room.
So Magali's holding you. She's holding you, and Sistia says, "Wait." She says, "But we can do whatever you want." And
there's someone else.
What do you say?
I'm gonna
Magali says, Magali's holding you. So she's holding you. She says, but no one else needs to know.
Tether.
With a disadvantage.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
All right, Elwin. Are you actually throwing a tether, or do you want to roll for it?
This is a your kryptonite, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely rolling. I'm gonna lucky that. I'm gonna spark it too.
It's the only way.
I'm gonna super spark it.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, Elwin wants to change.
Hold on, Elwin. But you're a god, so technically it's not wrong anymore.
Get out of my head, you person that's not here.
Every choice a god makes is the right one.
I sparked a 5.
She says, Sistia is in front of you. She says, just, do you like me like this? Or would you like me like this?
I'm gone. I'm tethered to Damo.
Okay, all right.
You actually don't have to tether Deimos. Deimos was under the bed. He rolls out.
I stay protect you all time.
That's why I was pulling the tether and I wasn't going anywhere because you were already.
All right, so Deimos, you're all of a sudden pop out. You're in the bed with them. You're on top of Elwin now, and
Orgy?
Magali and Sistia are on either side of you guys. All right. Yeah, Magali says, well, if you want your friend, you just had to say so.
Demo's help.
Where have you?
I don't want to. I want to, but I don't want to.
Contract time.
Pull out the contract.
Deimos pulls out this contract. This contract that's super legal.
And
Deimos.
definitely a real contract.
So, so, so
Any loopholes?
You see,
Deimos.
I tell him, you see, I'm legally obligated to not do anything with you. I'm sorry.
oh jeez, this. Oh
That's what Deimos
jeez.
was doing. He was on the fucking couch.
Why is Danny DeVito naked?
Dude, it's always sunny. It's a
No,
great
no, I
episode.
didn't do that. Oh,
What the?
Turn it
Oh
off.
my
No.
goodness.
Deimos,
Wait, were you naked too, Deimos?
Deimos goes to these ladies and say, young ladies, it's not your fault that you want this guy. But he's unfortunately for you guys already taken and in a very good relationship, I think. And the thing is you guys, you have your whole lives ahead of you. And you're gonna find yourself the perfect person. I mean, shoot, if I didn't know any better, it's almost like there was a new meat in town. Some man meat. Some Quigley and Branthor meat. Just throwing that out there. But what you guys...
Deimos,
Yes,
Deimos, what if she doesn't want me? What if Acalia doesn't want me? And I said no to these, to this.
I look him dead in the eye and I say,
I start hugging my knees and rocking back and forth.
Elwin, no one will ever turn you down. But if Acalia does turn you down, I'm on her side.
Made it worse.
And that means you fucked up, bro. So, young lady angels, we appreciate this and ignore Elwin's raging boner right now. But I'm going to put him in a bunch of cold water and punch him senseless so he starts thinking straight.
No, don't do that. I might.
and I start dragging him along to the nearest thing of cold water.
Magali says, "What a shame. We're just gonna have to lie here and take care of ourselves then."
Jesus
Wait
Christ.
a second, Elwin, hear me out on this one. We can hide inside of this couch. They'll never know we're there. It's a perfect plan. The
I'm
couch is
gonna cast Pepin's nut check on myself.
No. Roll it. So roll perception.
I cast counterspell through Elwin on it.
Perception?
Yeah, perception. So you're really wanting to back out? Elwin really
Yes.
wants to. All right.
Wait. I got a thing for this.
All right. All right.
All right. I'm going to try to gate Akelia here.
Don't do that.
So awkward. This is gonna be
just be Elwin.
awkward.
It's the perfect
I love it.
plan.
Do it.
It's a perfect plan, Elwin. Nothing could ever go wrong with one of my plans.
When has
All right,
your plan
Deimos.
ever worked?
My
Deimos.
plans always work. Well,
So
they
Deimos.
don't usually.
So Deimos. So you since you're casting Gate, right? Since she's the goddess of that realm. Now you see Akelia. She's rubbing her eyes, like rubbing the sleep from her eyes. She's in a nightgown, right? A sheer little nightgown, and she says,
Don't speak. I
Uncle?
need your help. Time is
What?
of the essence. Listen to what I say.
Are you sure?
Yes, the only thing. I need you to take care of this. These
Okay.
ladies are after him. I need you to
I'll be right
protect
there.
him. No, I'll send it to you.
She steps into the room.
Oh,
God.
Elwin, my plan
So-
backfired.
Okay,
terribly.
so she steps into the room, and you're dragging Elwin out of the out of the bed. He's popping, major wood, and you have the two angels just kind of like fully sprawled out there, wearing almost nothing. And Kelly's just standing there, and she looks at you, Deimos. She looks at the room. She looks at Elwin. She looks at the girls, and she's like, "What did I just walk into?"
I need
I
you.
said no. I said no.
He said no. And I say, He said no. He is becoming a very good guy. And
She
I
she
point
she
again.
she, she,
He
she points
said no.
she points at Elwin, and she points at his crotch, and she goes, "Is that how a man says no?"
He's okay. Actually, Elwin, you're on your own on this one.
So, um, we're out of the well. I grab her hand and I take her outside the room completely, and I try
Okay.
not to look back.
All right, you're starting.
Take care
So
of her. I'll hold these 2 angels off for you.
okay, so you leave.
God.
Yeah.
And so you hear the sounds. You hear the sounds of just the two angels are starting to get themselves worked up a little bit, and as you close the door behind you, that sound of the moaning and stuff just kind of like the door closes, and it becomes really muffled now. All right, so Elwin, what do you say?
Okay, Kalia. So, going through all of this and almost dying again and again and again and fighting pretty much the universe, I came to a realization that our connection is special. I know you felt it too whenever we connect to the weave together. And I know I have a reputation. And I don't wanna I don't want that anymore. I know that there's only one woman that can truly be a partner for me, and that is you. I promise I said no.
You see her. She's looking at you a bit suspiciously now. She pulls her hand from yours, right? And she holds it. First of all, she crosses one arm across her body. She feels a bit self aware in her nightgown. But the other hand she puts to her chin, and you see her ponder for a moment. She says, And what of that little fling you have with the princess on my realm? You know, the mer woman.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yes, just like you said, it was a fling. But that's not me anymore.
I
I had totally
see.
forgotten about her, to be honest.
I see.
In and out of character.
Well,
Did too.
she doesn't cease to talk about you.
Well, the sooner we let her down, we tell her that you and I are together now, faster she'll stop talking about it.
Okay. Pause there. Deimos, inside the room.
Yeah.
Sistia and Magali are they're lying there. You're standing there now, and Sistia
I'm holding them back.
says, Deimos, remember all the fun we had?
No, I don't remember anything. But there's one thing.
Oh my God.
I need to.
Deimos starts covering himself.
Deimos,
Bleach.
your friend is gone,
I'm
but
pure.
Evil women.
You pulled out rope, haven't they?
We
friend is
should have
gone,
saved the
says-
demons.
You're on the wrong side the whole time.
Just
Yes,
go.
ladies. What
Go
would you
for
like of Deimos? How can
All we-
Deimos help you
just-
guys?
all we want to do is
Eh?
give you a taste of heaven.
Okay. What does that mean? Is it type of food?
Sistia says, well, I feel bad for the things that occurred before.
What
was
things?
just trying
I
to
don't remember
help.
anything. What?
Says,
What help with what?
would you allow us to make it up for you and do one right by you?
There's only one thing that you could do. That won't make it right with me. Only one thing. You need to take Renly's shoes. And then,
I don't wear shoes.
no, that's not the right character.
I'm pretty good. I don't need to do anything. You guys are fine. I'm holding you back. Actually, you guys, put your clothes back on. I gotta show you something.
And then I
Maga-
punch a hole
y-
through
y-
the wall so we can like
you-
peek through into Elwin's conversation.
You hear Magali whispering to Sistia. She says, "I told you he was gay. All he does is hang around with those men. They're always half naked, and they're always rubbing up on each other. I told you he was gay."
What? What? Deimos ain't gay. There's one
Sistia
thing that
says,
Deimos loves, and that is Tempest and his friends. That's not gay.
you see them
about-
standing up,
What's gay
putting
about that?
putting their robes back on. She says, "Don't worry, we understand."
Wait, I'm so confused. I told you.
She
Seriously
says,
though,
"Perha-
watch this
says,
drama.
perhaps- Perhaps we should. Would you rather we called our brother?
What? What the fuck did you want your brother?
Just never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll be
Wait,
on
wait,
our
You have a
way.
brother?
We
I
do.
give them
Yes.
a pamphlet.
These are some great workout routines for peak strength performance. You can probably give it to him if he wants to get stronger.
This is so hilarious.
Deimos still doesn't know. He's trying to do the right thing.
They Okay, back to Elwin. Oh man. Akelia says.
So,
She
what do you
says-
say? I know. Am I misguided in our connection?
She says, "Elwin, my whole life, I've been a servant of the people. Ever since I was young, my father taught me that a queen must live for others. It's not within us, it's not ours to seek our own pleasure, our own desires. My whole life, I've been giving and sacrificing so that others could be happy and safe and well. And now that I'm a goddess, you see her just, and some emotion crosses her face. She says, my responsibilities are they're a million times more." She says, I've never been in a relationship. I don't even know what one would be like.
Me either.
And then she says, she looks at you. She says, "Don't mock me. I'm trying to be honest."
Akelia, the closest thing I had to a relationship was with one of the greatest warriors in our world. I'm telling you that you and I will be pretty much in the same boat in this being a new thing. I've never been serious about anyone, so it's scary for me too. But I'm willing to give it a shot.
She says, "Give me some time to think."
Of course.
Thank you.
I'll lean in
she
and give
says.
her a little kiss on the cheek.
She smiles. She puts her hand on where you kissed her on the cheek, and she says, "I do know that I can trust you to be a gentleman, right?"
Always.
Now,
Taylor
here's the
keeps
kicker.
posting
Gods
these
can
pictures.
tell if you're lying. So was Elwin actually being truthful?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. She
I
says,
don't know
turned
if I'm
down a
gonna-
threesome, dude.
I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy the new Elwin.
Are you still recovering from a nut check?
It's a new struggle.
I know. I don't know if the new Elwin's gonna be as fun.
so nut check, your balls are like they're turning blue and they're starting to hurt. In fact, the pain is starting to grow, so you're having to resist the pain. She says,
So you're kind of stumbling over.
yeah, you're just kind of like you're resisting, like bending over. The pain is starting to go up, like to your lower stomach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Akelia says, well, you should probably talk to Corinna. She seems to think that you and she are quite the enamored couple.
I will talk to her.
Anyway.
We will be heading to Elysium tomorrow or the next day, but pretty soon. And
Then
I can't wait to
I'll-
see you again, and I will talk to her then.
I will see you when I see you.
Bye.
She steps back. You catch a hint of a smile as she vanishes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Elwin, the pain hits. You take 57 points of damage. Some blue balls start setting in.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Nether region.
Danis runs through the wall to give you a high five.
Your groin takes 57 points of damage.
Okay. Deimos, as you plow out of the room,
Oh yeah.
you
That's what you
hear
said.
you hear the voices of Sistia and Magali behind, and they're just talking to each other, and Magali saying, "Can you believe what's in this book?" And then you hear their voices kind of just fade off into the distance.
Yeah. Some badass fucking workouts, that's what it is. That's just gonna get you jacked.
Remind
Okay.
me again, what was it that got his pamphlets cursed to look like hentai?
I don't remember what was. Oh no, Cornelius did it. Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yeah. He overwrote all your.
Divine intervention level stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to point out, this is another one of Renly's things.
All your pamphlets and all the
Somehow
pamphlets you
convinced
ever wrote.
Cornelia when she wasn't there to do it, along with the
you
ropes
corrupted-
and the tentacles. Renly is the bane of Deimos' PTSD. Like, the straight up bane of it.
She's also your
What?
mother, so.
Watch Renly be Asmodeus in the end, and she's just been fucking with us this whole time.
She's your mother daughter? Is that what she is now? I guess.
We don't know really yet.
It's unclear.
Really,
It's
You
unclear.
can revive people. It gets
No.
really funky really fast.
It's mother wife. It's mother wife.
Your mother wife?
Renly is mother, and Tempest went back in time and fathered himself.
Okay.
But
Anyway,
then again, I only have 50% the genetic outcome of my own self.
all right. So next week you guys are gonna go back down to Elysium. You're gonna check in with your friends. We might do an intermission. I gotta figure out how I want to play it. Maybe check in and see what Max and Brawl and all those other characters are doing. We'll see. Their adventures are ongoing.
I think it's gonna take a whole session to go through this breakup.
We've gone past it, and now we're on a material plane with a steed on it.
Yeah, this is
No,
gonna be
no,
new
but
for
here's
Elwin.
the
I
thing,
usually
El-
just ghost bitches.
Elwin, you have to go break up with a chick who literally has a gym that can literally wipe planes of existence from existence.
So, all
I
right.
got a Deimos.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And I have stretchy pants.
All right. Good session, guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. God, I thought I was gonna die of laughter from Elwin and Deimos for a few minutes there.
Are we gonna try to do early next week too?
Yeah, I can do that.
If I'm being honest, Elwin, when you decided to have your talk with Deimos, I don't mean this weird. I mean this like genuinely, sincerely. For a second there, I actually thought you were gonna confess to Deimos.
Dude, what are you, gay?
No, I'm being serious. Like, cause the way you guys act with each other, like, I
Elwin
thought
and
there could be
Deimos'
something
end.
there.
This is not the end game yet, so we wait
It's
to end.
it's guy love. There's
Dude,
nothing
it's called a
gay
bromance.
about it.
You
Nothing gay about it.
Yeah.
romance is
No,
real, and we will
not a
have
criticism. I legit. That's what I thought was gonna happen for a second there, and then when you said the other stuff, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. We pretty much found out that
I was
like
like, Deimos. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be her. I thought you were gonna confess to Deimos.
oh no, he said it earlier. Yeah. No, with the Kelly thing. But yeah, so we're gonna be related, and then Deimos is gonna find out that he has a power within, which is even more muscles waiting to be grown. And it's gonna be pretty cool.
Okay. All right.
And
See you guys
that's
next
where
week.
the real threesome will
Yes,
start.
yeah.
All right.
Alright, see y'all.
Next week we'll try. We'll try for the early start. Okay.
Cuckoo.
All right.
Have a good night.
Sounds good. Bye.
Good night.